Hi, my name is Kadrian Delane, and welcome to Chelsea High School. I am the lead counselor here at Chelsea High School, and I wanted to talk to you all today about the safety and security here at our school and how you can help us keep yourself as well as our students safe. So, as a new teacher, first again, let me say welcome to Chelsea High School, where it's a great day to be a Hornet. And I wanted to let you know that we have a lot of things in place that can help you help our students stay safe as well as yourself. From a counseling standpoint, you will have different breakout sessions that will happen later on today, where we'll talk to you about student safety, about our procedures when it comes to a crisis, as well as the different types of training that you'll receive so that you're aware of what it means to be a mandatory reporter. You're aware of what we look out for and what we report if we are worried that a student may have some type of mental health crisis, whether it is possibly suicide or just really any type of mental illness that you could be concerned about. And then, as well as just our reporting procedures for reporting that during the day, reporting that if something happens up after school, or even if something happens over the weekend. Because that is one thing about being an educator is that there are times in which we interact with students, or students will reach out to us just because we are someone that they trust. And so we just need to make sure that you feel comfortable and that you feel safe knowing what the procedures are, just no matter what time of day it is, if you do need that assistance. So, to talk a little bit about what we do here in school in regards to actual physical safety and security, there are a couple of things. So, the first thing is this map here. Everyone is going to have one in their classroom. And so, this map has the different evacuation areas as well as viewpoints of what you would do in case of a fire drill or in case of any type of weather drill or weather evacuation or actual fire evacuation. We, of course, hope that it's always just a drill, but just in case it isn't, this map is going to tell you where you would go based off of where your classroom is located. And so, just to let you know, in red is the fire evacuation route, and then in blue is the weather evacuation route. So all teachers are going to receive a red folder. And inside of this red folder, you are going to find information that you're going to need to keep with you at all times. So if we ever have to evacuate from our classrooms, then you will make sure to grab this red folder. And a day or two before school starts, you'll actually need to print out all of your classroom rosters and place this in the folder because, again, this goes with you in the case of an emergency. And so, what is also going to happen is that in the inside, we have a QR code listed here. And in this QR code is going to be how you would actually take attendance once you are outside. Okay. So, a few things. These are laminated again to hold up the test of time, but this is the emergency procedures sheet. So, with the emergency procedure sheet, it just tells you a little bit about what we do for each type of situation. So, again, with the weather evacuation, we would go ahead and you would receive an all call letting you know that we need to evacuate due to weather. And we will let you know what protocol you need to follow, which will be in your red folder. And then the same thing with the fire drill. If a fire drill occurs or if fire alarm is pulled, then what you're going to do is you're going to immediately gather your students and you're going to get your red folder, and then you're going to go ahead and head out to your designated spot. If for whatever reason it's a false alarm, then you would actually hear us come over the PA system to let you know that, hey, teachers, we apologize for the interruption. This is a false alarm. Please do not evacuate. And so you would know by that whether to take it seriously or not. And so, in addition to that, we also on this form have the lockdown procedures as well. So, when it comes to your lockdown procedures, it tells you just the different varying levels. And so this is also located in that folder as well. It's this sheet here. And so with this sheet here, it tells you the different threat assessments as well as the different levels of awareness. So with the heightened awareness, the yellow is basically just to get your attention. And this is, basically where we're limiting movement to and from a classroom. You are still continuing with instruction, and we are, possibly conducting maybe a surge of lockers, or maybe we are shutting down because we have a student situation, something that is not dire and emergent, but that still needs you to go ahead and make sure that your students stay in place. All right. So then you also have a secure perimeter, which is the orange, and that's on an alert. And that alert is going to be slightly different. That alert is going to be just in case there are, any type of situations where, maybe we have somebody come into the school. So again, to do a search, possibly, unfortunately with a drug dog, or something along those lines. And so at that point, you would stay secure in your room. Students would not be allowed to leave. But if you do see a student out in the hallway, you would go ahead and check first before locking down. And any students you see in the hallway, you would go ahead and tell them, hey, go ahead and come into my classroom until the end of the lockdown procedure. And then we also have the red alert, and that is going to be an immediate threat. When that happens with the red alert, you are to stop teaching, to shut down the doors immediately. You are not opening your door to check to see if there's anyone in the hallway, if you need to bring anyone in. You are locking the door. You are going to go ahead and basically almost, I want to say, rig up your room so that it's hard to get in. You're going to put things in front of the door. You're going to go ahead and go to a particular corner, and then you're going to stay there in silence. So that's really the biggest difference. Yellow, you're still teaching, still doing what you have to do. All you've done is just lock the door. And then with orange, you are locking the door. You're checking to see if anyone, however, is out in the hallway first, inviting them in, and then you are still teaching. But, again, you have made sure that you have brought anyone in that needs to be in, and then you're good to go. However, in code red, that is the most serious. That is an immediate threat. That means that there's possibly an intruder on campus, or that there is some type of emergent situation where you need to stop what you're doing. You need to make sure the doors are locked. You need to go ahead and prep your room. You need to get your students in one area. You need to make sure that you are safe. And so with all of that being said, just as a reminder, your red folder, it goes with you if we have a fire evacuation or weather evacuation, whether it's a tornado drill, whether it is a fire drill. Your red folder stays with you, and that QR code in the inside is what will allow you to take attendance once you get to the outside, because again, we want to make sure that we are accounting for all of our students and that we know where everyone is at all times. So it's going to be very important to make sure that you accurately take attendance, that you accurately do a head count, and that you accurately report that as soon as possible. If for whatever reason you do not have a cell phone or a digital device of that nature, then please take a Chromebook with you. You do have a school issued Chromebook. So if you do not have a cell phone, or if you don't have, capabilities to do any type of online work with your phone, then a Chromebook would be sufficient. So if that is the case, then just please make sure that that is always charged and ready to pick up at any point in time. So that's just a little bit about the safety here at Chelsea High School, and our administrators will talk a little bit more just about other rules and procedures, but I wanted to give you an overview, as well as to let you know that when it comes to the mental safety of our students, we'll be talking to you later on this afternoon in breakout sessions, where we'll share with you what your steps are as a classroom teacher if you see something alarming alarming, or if you hear something alarming, or if something just tells you that you need to look more into a situation, and how to get that help and how to report it to the counselors, to administrators. And then just again, want to welcome you, want to let you know that I am here as a part of the support team. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Although I work with ninth graders, I would never turn you down. If you have a question about any other grade level or just about anything that's not even related to counseling, because here at Chelsea High School, we are a family. I want to support you. I want you to know that you are supported, and that I'm here if you need me. So thanks and have a great day.